Is it sloping east or west?
West.
No, it's sloping
Sloping
west. This is horizontal, sloping that way, which is west. You see? Look, take a look at the rock. You see how it's sloping west? Now look at your cross section. Look at east and west on your cross section. You see, so the beds are dipping gently to the west. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay, so we're in the Shinnerum. We're standing on the Shinnerum. Now let's look across the valleys. You see way up on top there? That's the Kaibab. That's the Kaibab. That's where they're doing the mining. Still mining. That's the gypsum mine up there, the Blue Diamond Gypsum Mine. And Jim Rhodes owns that, you know that. And he wanted to build houses there. And the question is, you know, will a land swap go through so he doesn't build houses? We don't want to see houses there. It's bad enough to see the scars from the mining, but it will ruin, because when you have a road going in there with lights on it and houses and light, you'll have light pollution. It'll just ruin the character of the area.
You folks have never been up there.
So on top there, you have the Kaibab. And remember, there's a valley in there. You have the lower red member in the virgin limestone, and then the virgin limestone is no, but I forgot to mention the Timpleweep conglomerate, which is eroded away, except there's a piece of it down. Remember I said when you turn to go into Blue Diamond, you can see it over there. And then you get the lower red member of the Moenkopi, and then the virgin limestone, which is right across the road here. And then you get the upper red member. When you look out over here, you see like a lot of red soil. It's underlaying. It's the upper red member, but it's covered with alluvium. And then you get the Shinnerum. And what's above the Shinnerum? What's the formation? What unit of the Chin Lee is above the Shinnerum?
Petrified Forest.
Petrified Forest. Yeah, it's on your cross section, Petrified Forest. And that's the shaly. You see that unit there with the gray color? We're going to walk over there, and we want to also see some petrified wood. So we're standing on the Shinnerum over there with that gray rock, and you'll see when we get closer. There's all kinds of different colors. That's the Petrified Forest. Then you look higher above it, and you get the Moenavi Kayenta. That's the red unit there, and on top of that, what's the name of the big sandstone?
Aztec.
The Aztec sandstone, which is what age?
190 million years.
Okay, Jurassic. Yeah, Jurassic. And what do we see peeking over the top over there? That's our Paleozoic limestone. That's the Bonanza King. That was thrust up on top. So this is really a impressive geology right here.
It's the best in the world.
Huh?
It's the best in the
It
world.
could be. It's world class, that's for sure.
If you were to hike back there, what we're seeing as limestone is not actually in another canyon. It's part of what we're seeing here. As if we went up there, you wouldn't be...
Up where? That canyon?
That canyon there. I'm just using that as an example. But you can see the limestone behind it.
Yeah.
That's actually part of this. You wouldn't be separated by
what do you
really
mean
deep
part of
canyons.
this? Part of this?
Part of this
sandstone.
mountain range.
It's pushed on
No,
top of it.
it's the limestone that was thrust up on top of it.
Okay.
It's over there and over there. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all the way. And even that whole all that limestone there, there's Turtle Head Peak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clears that up for me. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Are those beginning of Indian marbles? It looks like it looks like iron oxide
Yeah.
deposited in
A lot of
sandstone.
people don't know it.
It could be chert.
Get up there where the mine is.
You know, you have to
Mine up there. Kind of you see it through the Discovery Channel.
I know, where they go down, drive, like that.
Find that one about how to use it.
I know, it's big.
Yeah, we were up there years ago.
So let's go. Maybe we could go see some petrified wood.
Down I'm good, going up I'm bad.
Nice desert varnish on this layer.
Very scarce. Yeah. That's why they were hoping to use the bouquet.
Will that continue to lay, will that continue to lay varnish?
It keeps happening. Yeah. It keeps happening. Yeah. Slowly.
Part of the
Yes. Right. So that's why some people say the rocks are alive. Or at least the bacteria on the rocks.
I lived in
I never have. I gotta make it there. Can't believe I never went there. Just a matter of time.
I used to think my grandchildren were small.
That's one time. So above the conglomerate, we get into a sandy layer. It's still Shinnerum. It's got some iron oxide in it. Let's go over to that, you see that ledge over here, and let's see if we can find some petrified wood. Okay, we're going off the trail because we're a geological...
Oh, rabbit, sorry.
I saw it. See, it's also a nature hike as well. But we're going off the trail. You know, the general public is not supposed to do this. But we're your docents, and I'm a geologist, and this is a learning experience, so we're going to do it. Okay. Otherwise, we never would have found the Metaposaurus. Keep your eyes open for petrified wood or for some vertebral fossils. How about a skull? Find me a skull.
Yep.
Zap! Oh my god. No, I'm just kidding. You want to hold it for everybody? Thanks.
Thank you.
That's helpful.
They're all looking at the ground. If anybody finds any Vera Krupp's diamonds yet, to share.
Oh, no way. Oh, thank you.
Imagine the sea covering it.
So start looking in this unit and see who can find some petrified wood and show me.
Okay.
Okay.
About petrified food.
There you go. Yeah, there's some right there.
Oh, it's darker. Okay.
Yeah, here's a piece here, that's right. Yeah. Petrified wood. You want me to leave this for scale?
Oh, okay.
It is. Oh yeah, it's a nice piece here. There's a piece right up there. There's a piece there. Yeah.
There's a couple of more. And here's one. Here's one. Yeah. So
Right, so we're in the sandy unit of the Shinnerum formation. It's called the Shinnerum conglomerate, but there's a sandstone layer on top of it that we're in here. And then you get into the Petrified Forest. So you see these. Here's a piece here. Now petrified wood. Let me just tell you. So what does it tell you about the? If you see petrified wood, what does it tell you about the climate during that time? Was it humid or arid?
Humid.
It was probably humid. It was probably humid because you had trees and rivers and lakes. And trees get knocked down in a flood and carried in, and they get deposited. And the woody tissue is replaced cell by cell with the with silica, with minerals, and you get some of the logs remarkable. Like some of the pictures I had, they are looks like a piece of wood.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what
and at Red Rock they have a sample there, and there's a piece of wood, and the kid picks it up, and it's really heavy. Suppose they drop it. It's really heavy.
Why do we have?
You see the petrified wood, sweetie? You see it?
Why do we have lichen growing out of the rocks when we have such a dry climate? Wait, is there a reason behind that?
I don't know.
It's enough for them, right?
I don't know, but there it is. So I guess lichens can live in a dry climate like that.
We got inches of rain on the ranch
Okay,
this year.
let's walk. So we're going now. We're going into the Petrified Forest, member. The petrified wood is in the Shinnerum. The Petrified Forest, member, is named after the Petrified Forest in Arizona, and that's where you have these clay beds. And this is where we found the metaposaur fossils, the vertebrae. So we'll just go over there, and not likely we're going to find anything because everybody scoured this right here. But just wanted to see it.
Oh, a big petrified forest right by Valley of Fire?
Oh yeah, it's the same unit. It's in the Chinle Formation there, right?
So ironically, the petrified forest isn't really like logs like we think it's going to be.
By Valley of Fire, yeah.
It's this stuff and stuff. It's like a gravel and whatever. Yeah, I've seen those good pieces. It's just like,
Did they take the, did they identify footprints out of the ground?
No, they left them in. They left them in. I hope nobody steals them. It'd be awful. So this is the Petrified Forest, member. It's found all over the Southwest. By the way, let me tell you something about the Shinnerum I haven't mentioned. The Shinnerum conglomerate is an alluvial apron. It's a mountain range, was uplifted to the southeast, and an erosion from that mountain range spread out all over the Southwest. The mountain is gone, but the Shinnerum Formation, that conglomerate, is found in many places throughout the Southwest, and actually it has a little radioactivity. One story about it is, my friend of mine was a geologist, and they were drilling, and they drilled down these cores. They were looking for oil, and they drilled through the Shinnerum. And then when they got the cores come up, the beautiful cores, can you imagine the Shinnerum all polished and everything from the drill bit? And they throw them in a mud pit. So some geologist said to the chief geologist, "Do you mind if I take those cores?" And he said, "No, go ahead." So he took the cores, and he made them into a the base for a bedside lamp. You know, what do you call it? A lampstand, and also bookends. And he was selling them at rock shops all over. Then they found out they were radioactive. So it has a small bit of radioactivity. So, but not that anybody will read it. This is the Petrified Forest, member. This is like over in the Petrified Forest. You see the color, the purple and white and gray and all these variegated colors. And it's a clay shale. Piece of sandstone. And but this is where we found. So just imagine. Let's go back in time. That's one thing about geology. Geology is a time machine. We go back in time, the time when this was deposited, this area was closer to the equator, and we had lakes and rivers, and in these lakes and rivers you saw what the animal looked like, the Metaposaurus, remember that? They were in here, and they lived in here, and then they died, and they fell to the bottom, and their fossilized remains were found by some people here. You know, the vertebra from the Metaposaurus was found here. And then the climate changed, but it continued all the way up. All that red stuff in the Kayenta is lakes and rivers and freshwater lakes and rivers. And then the climate changed, and we got sand dunes, and that's what the big massive sandstone is. So there's a climate change. But from here all the way up to the end of the red up there, it was non-marine lakes and rivers. That's a piece of chert.
Is that true?
Piece of chert. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice piece of chert.
Looking chert.
That's what they make arrowheads from.
Sure.
Gary,
You guys can, everybody come over and read it.
there's a whole bunch of Indian marbles right
Oh,
here.
you got Rocky marbles? Indian marbles?
We're seeing the beautiful lake.
Yeah, they weather out.
And then they roll down. And they roll it.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
roll
that
them.
is.
Some of them are just round sandstone. They have to be heavy. When you pick it up, they feel heavy. Just our irons right now.
But this is a wash.
Let's just walk up on the slope here, and then. Okay, now our lunch spot is up on top of the red, right there. So we'll be climbing up there. Those are going to join me too on.
Where?
On top of the red. I'm just kidding.
So you get the feeling you're going to be alone?
If I'm going to be alone, I might as well.
Yeah, he's going to be a crowd of one.
Yeah.
Picnic table for one?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the next time. I know.
Get a better feel, you know, this weak rock here. It's a little sandy right here, so it's standing out in relief. More of a sandstone right here.
Are there glasses in there, like the blue color?
Yeah, somebody dumped glass there.
Oh, that's a lot of glass.
Probably
Maybe you guys can arrange a cleanup. You know, really, bring 25 people with gloves and
probably the looks.
packs. I'll help you.
Wheelbarrow or something. Wow. That's yeah.
Okay, so to review, we're in the Chinle. We're in the Petrified Forest member of the Chinle Formation, and above it is the Moenavi Kayenta. That's that red unit. And that's the base of the Jurassic. This is uppermost Triassic, and then you get into the Aztec sandstone, which is Jurassic. These were sand dunes, and you can see in the back there the Cambrian, much older, 500 million year old limestone, which was pushed up over the top due to the Keystone Thrust Fault. And looking east, on top there, that's the Permian Kaibab Formation, which has the gypsum in it. You can see the gypsum mines up there. And then on top of that, you have the Moenkopi Formation. On top of that, the Chinle. And the base of the Chinle is the Shinnerup Formation right here. And everything's dipping gently to the west. You see the dip on the rock?
Yeah.
Okay. And it should match your cross section.
Now, why do that sandstone formation over there has always bugged me? Why does it lean so far to the right?
That's a great question. Yeah. It's fracturing. You know, we're not real sure about this, but I've discussed this with other geologists. See that limestone sheet? That limestone sheet is way back there, but remember, it was deposited 65 million years ago. It was thrust there 65 million years ago. If you were here 65 million years ago, let's go back in time. 65 million years ago, this sandstone would be much higher, it would be much closer. We're probably standing on it right here. It would be right at the edge of the cliff. And it would be hundreds of feet higher, and on top of it would be the limestone. Okay, and it's all eroded back. This way, that way, and the limestone is, everything's eroded back in 65 million years. When it was in place, over the top of it, it caused stresses in the sandstone that are related, we think it's related to the overthrust. Why it has that curved look, I'm not sure. It has to do with the stresses. Good question. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.